just do it once, you know that everything is good, and you're set. You're golden. So this is the fundamental basis of tracking your food. This is basically what you need to do. And the next part is simply the meal planning to see, okay, based on my goals, how do I now plan? How do I create a plan for me to reach my goals? What meals can I have that actually allow me to hit my goal? And that's where the nutritional plan comes in, the meal plan. And yeah, once you've done this, then yeah, you just follow the plan every day. And maybe you might want to have like two variations of your meal plans so that you have a bit of that variety in between. And the other thing to point out before we go here is your serving sizes, right? So as you can see, there's like serving sizes like, okay, are you using ounces, grams, or are you using like pounds? Are you using a cup? Are you using a quart? What are you using? So that's something that you now have to standardize as part of your own tracking process, right? Because you can use a teaspoon, right? You can have this, or you can use measuring cups, right? You can have these measuring spoons that are also labeled with oh, you can see it with numbers. Like this is a quarter cup, right? So you can have these that you can use, and you can also use these, right? These measuring cups, right? These they are marked, and you know how many meals that you're using. And so yeah, so you want to use whatever you have in your kitchen. And if you don't have any, I recommend that you invest in some of these measuring cups, scale, right? A kitchen scale. And yeah, just so that you know, so that you have an idea. Because the moment you measure this stuff or you measure your food for like a month, 2 months, you'll be able to actually maybe eyeball and see, okay, this is how much I'm using, right? So you don't always have to measure all the time, but once you and obsess, because some people complain that like, yo, I don't want to measure everything because I start getting obsessive about how much I'm eating if I'm off by a little bit. No, it's not about that. It's just about you mentally, because a lot of times when you just try and measure by eyeballing things, we overestimate a lot of times because we're like, no, it's not that much. But the moment you see that number, you know, like, okay, this is how much it weighs, and I've added like maybe a cup, or like when you see like, okay, if you're putting nuts in this, and then you put it on a scale, you see how much it weighs. Now you know every time. If you just go in your whatever nut jar, you just pick, and then maybe you put them in your palm. You see, okay, how much actually fill your palm, and then so every time you go, you use your hand to pick up nuts. You now know, okay, this is roughly about 20 grams, 50 grams. Okay, so the 50 grams is about maybe 200 calories. So now you know, like, okay, every time you pick that handful of nuts, that's like 200 calories that you're eating. So that's an important thing to understand, because now with the meal planning that we're going to talk about tomorrow, it also includes like, okay, so what meals can you eat so that you feel satiated and you're full, and even when you're snacking, because sometimes we're deceived by what we see and what we just look at, and it's actually not the thing that we need to pay attention to. So just having these tools for tracking your food are very important and very crucial. So make sure you invest in some of these and have these tools, right? So you've got your kitchen scale, for example, right? You've got your measuring cups, right? Or measuring spoons, and you've got your cups, right? And yeah, and that's what you need for measuring, and then you can measure things using grams, ounces, and then just yeah, just use this, and it helps you, because if you don't track what you're doing, it's going to be hard to improve. You can't improve things that you don't track. you just cannot improve it because it's like, okay, you're improving it from what point to what point because you don't have a baseline. So you need a baseline. And when you start tracking, you track it for a month and then you adjust because what we've done is set up a baseline. Everything that we've done from my fitness pal, figuring out those numbers, calories, and the protein, the macros, what we've done is just essentially create a baseline for ourselves when we're starting out. And once we've done this for like a month, the next step that we need to take is to actually adjust based on the results because we've set a target. Say, okay, in a week, I want to gain 1 pound. So in 4 weeks, if you haven't gained 4 pounds, it means that, okay, something is going wrong with whole plan. So we need to adjust. Maybe we need to increase a bit of the carbs and maybe adjust the plan and adjust the calories. Maybe that's what we need to do. Or if you've gained more than that, maybe we need to reduce the calories a little bit more. And maybe we're now looking back at your training to see, okay, did you train as many times as you're supposed to during that week? So these are the things that we have to really think about and figure out like, okay, are we doing the right things or not? And yeah, once we figure that out, we do the right things, then we're rocking. We're on the right track and we're going to be seeing positive results. And the more you don't work out, the more you want to adjust your calories so that you reduce them, but always make sure that you're tracking your protein, and your protein is the most important and you're hitting that goal. Make sure that the protein is at least 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight. The goal body weight, not the current body weight, but the goal body weight. That's what you want to do and make sure that is done properly. And in no time, you'll start seeing results slowly, gradually, and you just instill those habits in terms of how you eat. And because it's about bringing awareness to what you're actually putting into your body. And when you have awareness of what you're putting into your body, life just becomes easier, becomes better, and the stress goes away. You don't worry about stuff too much.